very important occasion. It is about renaming and rebranding, but it's much more than that. This is the launch, as we have said, of a brand new name, local development and communities companies network. We better get all the acronyms right. But on behalf of my department and the government, you ask, what do you do? And what you do is very simple. In one level, you make the lives of people better. And we saw that in the last couple of weeks very clearly. It was leadership by you on the ground and your teams, and I want to commend your board and your staff and others who work with you. It's about improving the life, as I always say, of an Gaeltacht. You are their voice. You give them a passport. You re-energise them. You empower them. We can use all the words like capacity building, and we all know what that means. And as somebody who served on the board of Community Association, Parish Council, Supervisors Board of Credit Union, what you do is phenomenal. And when you leave here today, don't just think that a new minister is ticking a box by being here, a new Ceann new members of your office. We need you, we work with you, and we will work with you. Because it is, as you said, the most marginalised, the most vulnerable, those who need help, those who need support, returning to education, building better communities. And when we see, and I better be careful, when you see across the pond where you see some of the cuts to budgets being done, come back and see what you do. Over 30 odd years now. And it isn't about glossy brochures or strategies. It's about people. Never forget that. Because for me as a politician, long before I became involved in politics, I was in my community, my GA, my community, and it's about people. So when you are in your darkest days and there will be frustration between us all, just remember we're all here to serve people. It's the second chance. It's the person that is, as I like to say, as a former community director of adult education school, given that passport to a new life, a new beginning. So just remember again, you do make a difference. And when Ryan and I were over many years fighting over projects and funding and trying to find roadmaps and passports out of dark corners, we did help people, and you did, and you do. And I see Deputy John Paul O'Shea here, and I know IRD Duhallam are close to my heart because I'm half a Duhallam man. But like, you know, it's the importance of what you do. Half John Paul, yeah. I'm not moving constituency. So it is about improving the lives of citizens. And it is, as you said, local solutions to local problems, by and large. I had a wonderful briefing in the last couple of days with my department officials, and one can't but be impressed by the scale of the work being done across, as you said, the four corners of our country and local communities. It's about partnership and collaboration. And in my previous life as a chairman of my GA club, it was about working together with people to not cause division within clubs, but to bring people together. In community, the same in school as direct education, is about finding pathways for people. So I'm looking forward to walking, to visiting. I've already had 3 or 4 requests for visits, which I look forward to going to. And community development is very important to us as a society. And if you look at the whole importance of the North-South and the peace process post-Good Friday Agreement, at its core, at its heart, is community development, North-South, East-West. So for me, I want to again commend you all for the work you're doing in providing supports to those people. There are challenges that we have to face and overcome together, the cheile, and you've done it. Pandemic, you mentioned COVID, the war in Ukraine, the cost of living crisis, the storms that we just recently had, supporting communities and people. Each of you in this room know better than many of us that you're working to ensure that we are looking after the most disadvantaged, the vulnerable, that the supports are there, that social isolation is not a thing that we can just tick in a box and say we've done something, that you're tackling it. Whether it's, you know, the storm with the alert scheme or the mattress that doesn't work, or how do we get people to make a decision between staying at home or getting healthcare or even childcare. So it's about making our society, as you said, just, fair, and where we leave nobody behind. And I always make the point that Hillary Clinton always said it takes a village to raise a child. And it does. It takes all of us. And that's my mantra, that we all work together, that we all must together work We can argue, we can debate, but let's find commonality where we can improve the lives of people. So I think it's 180 programs that have been done across the country, delivered for people. Making a difference, delivering. And when we see value for money, it sounds great in the Department of Public Expenditure spreadsheet. But how do you quantify that? It's about people. That's what we're in this room for. And I keep going back, that's my fundamental core value as a person, is about building stronger local communities, improving education, health outcomes, sustainable living conditions, but also reducing social inequality and exclusion. And for me, SICAP programs reach into every part of our country. It's at the heart of what you do and what we should be doing, giving people and communities a voice, a platform to launch their own policies, their own personal development, being able to think beyond the box. And that couldn't happen without your leadership and your ability to help and empower and enrich people. And I'm glad that the programme for government commitments are there. I will work with you to ensure that we fulfil and adhere to them. Equally, for me, it's about the strength of our collaboration and our debate and our engagement. Because we must ensure that the initiatives are impactful, that they are effective, that they deliver for people. And equally, that there's a two-way street from me to you and you to me and the department. I want to welcome my good friend Rose Conway-Walsh. I don't think you ever thought you'd see me as a minister, Rose.
No. I had no doubt.
I say this, Rose was the Sinn Féin leader this time, and I was the government leader, and there was many a battle, but we share many values, and one of them is community development and the importance of making lives better for people. So you can heckle me again, Rose, it's okay. Come forward, when she heckles me in the door, I'm looking for you to protect me. So our focus here as a final word, can I just thank you for this morning for the rebranding. Local development companies network sounds great, but it's about a fairer society. It's about people. The excellent work that you were doing has had a huge impact and a benefit. Let us not part that. Let us work together to ensure that we continue to further engage in the weeks. And Philip, I look forward to hopefully 5 more years. I like that. Ever since Simon Harris, that memo as well with you. God, you get the Gaeltacht, and Gaeltacht, Berbuach,